Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first vMusketeer vlog. We're here today, or I'm here today with Kim, and we're here today to talk about VMworld, Kim. So maybe first we need to start with why we are here and why you know me. I know you for quite some time, but people there don't know you. So maybe where did we meet and where did vMusketeer come from?
Where did we meet? That's a very good question, Stijn. I think it was Tom who introduced me to you.
I believe so.
At one of the events that you were doing for the partners in Belgium.
Yeah.
And you were doing a presentation about vSAN. That's how we met.
That could potentially be. Yeah.
You were having a t-shirt where everybody was asking questions, except to me.
So that's why we still meet each other. So that's
exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still bribing you.
Yeah, that's it. So and then from there on, the rest is history. Not really, but you started vMusketeer quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
So where did it come from, and what was the basic?
So we should actually go back a couple of years. Okay. Back when I was studying for my first VCAP design exam, there was a Google group, and that Google group was actually trying to help people to get to the VCAP design certificate. And there were a lot of people involved with it, like Melissa Palmer, Jason Grierson, Shady Al-Malataway, a handful of other people like Bilal and Graham as well. And that's where we met. So basically in that Google group, people were asking questions: how should I do this? How should I do that? Usually the reply you got back was, read everything in the Google group and you'll find
the manual and you will see.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. So at some point, I started chatting with one of the guys there. His name is Ariel Sanchez. He became a good friend of mine. He's now a senior temp for VMware in the United States. And he told me, hey Kim, why don't you start a blog? I thought, a blog? Me? I don't have anything to say, Ariel. What should I write about? Oh, Kim, whatever comes up in you, but you should do this.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I'll give it some thought. And by the way, Kim, you should start a Twitter account as well. Twitter account? Ariel, I really don't need a Twitter account. Kim, you should do this because everybody of importance who has something to say technically and whom you may want to ask questions is on Twitter. You should really have a Twitter account. In the end, it took me still about a year to start my own Twitter account, but
here you are today.
Here we are. Yeah. But in the meanwhile, I did start my blog. At first, I started something on Google sites. And then I couldn't do with my blog whatever I wanted to do with it, so I decided to go on WordPress. I created a free account on WordPress.com, started my first blog, noticed that I couldn't do the layout the way I wanted it to do, so I started paying on WordPress. I found out that actually having a blog on WordPress can be quite expensive. Meanwhile, me and Bilal and Graham were really in close contact. We had our own WhatsApp group, we were chatting with each other all of the time. And I think it was Graham who actually said, hey, why don't we start a blog together? It was a nice idea. So I think it took us like a month to come up with a name, which by the way was again Graham's idea.
Okay.
I don't know where he got the idea, but he said, oh, we are the vMusketeers.
But it's a great name,
yeah.
Right? So that's okay.
I think it was because we were, at that time we were with just the three of us. You know? It was Bilal, Graham and myself. Yeah. So we started the vMusketeers blog and we started doing the blogging together. We noticed that the three of us could use a couple of other minds to help us with all the blogging. So we reached out to some other people who we were in close contact with, like Shady, Kieran Reid at the time as well, Jason Grierson, Don Ward, and then we started blogging all together. So the great idea about starting a blog together is that if you have to pay for your blog, you can divide the costs amongst each other.
Sure.
And you don't have to go to whomever wants to give you money to do some blogging in their stead. We didn't want to do anything like doing advertising for other companies. We wanted to be independent all the way through. And that's still where we are today. Sometimes somebody says, oh, maybe we should take some of those things to blog about. But in the end, nobody of us really wants to do that. So.
And also great consistency. Every month or every couple of weeks, there is something coming out. And it's not coming out of one or two people's minds. That's a good thing.
No, I think it's important to have a broader perspective when you're doing the blogging part. You shouldn't just focus on one small scope of the whole IT stack. We try to have a little bit of a broader perspective. That's why you also see blogs about AWS.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for the first security blogs. Hopefully they will come this year. But
Yeah.
we have a quite diverse set of members in vMusketeers. So the ideal scope for us would be that everybody who's involved with vMusketeers starts blogging about what they are doing, without actually doing the vendor bashing thing. That's one of the things that we really try to avoid. That's actually one of our goals amongst each other. No vendor bashing.
One of the golden rules.
Exactly. One of the golden rules. No vendor bashing whatsoever, and always respect each other. One of the main things that I think is really important is that everybody has a vote, and every vote within vMusketeers is equally important. So there's nothing like some people have more of a vote than other people have.
It's like Visa, all equal votes.
All equal votes.